Is it safe to come out?
I would say so.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
She knows that? How does she know that?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Ow. This game is so
Trench
cool.
is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
But first, lore. Okay. So, examination of paranatural topics, control points. Okay, teach me about these things. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being virtual or vital junctions of the oldest house. So, is the whole Bureau the oldest house? When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the correct arrangement, triangular, don't worry about it. The surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. Okay, when the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point. Okay. Surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. Okay, so there's a way to stabilize, like anchor points. These control points are discovered by detection of an unobstructed ping using the within 37 foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or anchors or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. The oldest house. I really can't even venture a guess as to what that is just right now. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be controlled. I would imagine that's controlled. Or stabilized, or whatever. Interacted with. Can I talk to you? No. Okay. Boardroom. Important. Are you security as well? Oh. Try to... I think I just iced her. Well.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Okay, Hiss agent field research. Okay. Hiss corrupted agent. The hiss manifests in the human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is that they levitate, obviously. The hiss has displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they like cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file, whatever, for the report. Okay.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Whatever you say.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door.
1 second. I've noticed that my little Logitech bro, I should be able to take a look at him. Properties, rename, remove. I want to reset this guy because I'm a little off. It's a little off, so I want to make sure it's okay. Let's go with is that really what I want to do? I guess it might be. Yeah, that seems to actually have worked. Wait. Oh god, I'm so small. Oh, it's terrible. No, undo this. Undo this madness. Yeah, it looks good on the thing. I think maybe. Oh yeah, okay. It just needed to be reset. Okay. So I'm good now. Wait. Resume, please.
Door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Let's talk.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Wow, there's a lot to learn here.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
Okay.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
This is pretty cool so far.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks.
HRAs.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Wait, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. And each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
That was good. That was like a lot of really good information. That looks like free stuff. Give me the free stuff. I just break everything. Loadout. What is this thing? Health. Recovery per element pickup. That's actually really good. Energy recovery speed. I don't think I use any energy whatsoever. So. Oh, damage upgrade. Hell yeah, boys. That's 20% damage. Oh, what? How do I... How do you get to that screen? Inventory. Okay. Okay. Collectibles. Research and records. The only person you should fail is yourself. Zachariah Trent. Okay. Alright. Keep rolling. Map. If I head this way, it should... Let's try and... travel. Nope. Okay, so you like unlock specific points. That makes sense. Ah, I like that he's kind of showing me where to go. Dead letters, communications, nostalgia, cafeteria.
There it is again. A welcome message.
House memory. So those are all sections of... I guess those are going to be... Not really sure. Got an item in there for me. Night, son. Bye. Man, this is a freaking bloodbath. Oh man, look at your mouth, dude. Oh dang, bro. Oh god. Oh god. And he's got a little finger on, so he wasn't messed up. If I shoot these guys, does that humming stop? I really don't want to murder them. Okay. Oh, so that's how you tell where the control points are that aren't cleansed, is where the weird stuff is. We want as many of these unlocks as possible. I want this. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Travel costs. Okay. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel Inn, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodation 831, meals 714, gasoline. Okay, got it. Mini bar, good lord, man. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. The boys and research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Good lord. Good lord, man. We're gonna get the weird mouth thing that happens. Alright. I would imagine that's the way we want to go. Go this way first. Yep. Yep. That makes sense. I am such a bad shot. Good lord. Better. Hiss barrier. Oh, sorry. That's the field agent. Hiss barrier. The hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by the Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1, destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2, destroy the hiss entities in the area. Okay. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources. Okay, so instead of fighting the whole room, I could just break resonance sources and then bail. That's good to know. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-concentrated sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these resources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does this distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Okay. Oh, that's like an explosive, I guess? Great. What the heck in a hamster ball? It's so loud. I might have to turn that down. I think it's meant to be part of the game, but also, like, guys, you're actually gonna kill me with your noise. All that. Assets. Okay, sweet. I got that one for free. That looks like a control point. Nope. Not right now. Yeah, that's the right way to go. But we don't want to go there just yet. Doesn't shut them up as much as I'd like it to. Sweet. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, the area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Stable, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, high likelihood, frequent. Okay, well, we're red. Did I go in? Yeah, I did. Go in the shelter real quick. There? Yeah. Give me that. Havana summary. Event summary. An auditory event occurred in the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. No deaths were, or some deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. In response, the Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been something. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for some amount of minutes. No visual phenomenon was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental United States. After a Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. That's so interesting. That's like the buzzing thing, like the sonic attack that happened to the U.S. Embassy people in Havana. But then they're giving it like a reason in the world for it. That's cool. Okay. Can I not come in here? Did I go over here? Oh, fuck. Well, I probably just killed myself, which is unfortunate. Oh no, I get a little bit of health. Okay. I may not die. Hard to say. More of that health. If there's any more to get. Alright, let's get in here. I think it's projectile, not hit scan. Maybe it is hit scan. Okay. Get over here. I hear the sound of the Russian guy. Reminder, drafting, is this the one? No, this. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows, a new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet. The dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Wish I could see. Singing fish. Mr. Governor? Governor. I called the police, but they never come to fix my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls, but it's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of that fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Good lord. The hell. Where are you? Hell. Run, boys. Pop it. Come on, pop up. There. Yeah. Wow, I suck. Come on, pop up. Where you come? Where you come? Where you come? Right there. Got him. What else we got? Anything else? Whee! Cool. Free stuff. Ooh, shatter boost, projectile. What in the world? More health or more health per pickup? I like more health, personally. We don't have anything that is gonna work on shatter, which I guess is probably another configuration of this gun. Based on like some of the lore we've read, there's different configurations, so there must be a configuration called shatter, which is probably a shotgun if I had to guess based on context clues. Trench, Dead Letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all the letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system that allows us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials, so thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Okay. Let's try to... I want to cleanse this control point. Let me cleanse this control point so I can shut these people up. That's so cool how the environment changes back to normal once you do that. That's so cool. And it's quieter now. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for this one. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Another one soon.